Hey everybody, my name is Jesse with the Leduc Real Estate Group at eXp Realty, here with another weekly real estate tip. Today's tip comes from Derek via Facebook that I'm going to hopefully give you some insight on. And it was a little bit general, so I'll see where we can kind of take this. But this is a very wide-ranging topic that can go a million different directions. But he asked, how do you get started with investment, property, buying rental properties? So like I said, this can go a million different ways. So I'll give you kind of a quick little overview of why I think it's a good idea and a couple of things that you should look out for if you're, that young entrepreneurial minded person that wants to get into the real estate investment game. So first of all, investing in real estate, is it a good idea or not? There are millions of examples out there of how real estate can be one of the safest investments in the world. I mean, look, whether you're renting, whether you own a home and paying your own mortgage, right? You don't really own it yet. First of all, your own home is not really, it's not really an asset for you. It takes money out of your bank account every month. So that's a liability, right? Your own home is a liability. It doesn't put money into your pocket. It takes money out. Aside from now, can that increase in value and you use that to leverage other things later? Yes, it can be fantastic. But in the moment, it's not. It's a liability. It's taking money out of your pockets every month, not putting it in. So that's different. So buying a rental property, it can be one of the safest investments in the world. In fact, I want to read a quick little quote here from Franklin D. Roosevelt, who's a former U.S. president. It says, "Real estate cannot be lost or stolen, nor can it be carried away. Purchased with common sense, paid for in full, and managed with reasonable care, it's about the safest investment in the world." So let's break that down a little bit. So purchase with common sense, that's the first thing. Well, obviously that seems like common sense, to have common sense about buying something so large and that's going to cost you so much money. Yeah. But a lot of people get into it thinking it's more of a get rich quick type of thing. That's not what this is. Real estate investing is a slow, long process that you need to be invested for the long term in order to create wealth. If you're looking at house flipping and things like that, that's a completely different topic, and that's not something we're talking about today. Paid for in full is what he says next. All right, so we all know that property is expensive, and it's very unlikely that you got the $350K lying around to go buy that really nice bungalow that's going to produce a nice little monthly cash flow. So you got to get a loan, right? All right, so that takes a long time to pay back, and of course there's lots of interest. But what if you're not paying for that? What if you don't pay back the loan? What if you get somebody else to pay back the loan? That's a beautiful thing, right? A great tenant is worth their weight in gold. Somebody else is paying off your debt. Beautiful. In the meantime, it's increasing in value. You're paying down the debt. One of these days, you're going to have a really, really nice asset on your hands. And manage with reasonable care. So property management, again, is a whole other topic, and there's lots of different ways we can take that, but a home needs to be managed well. Not only the tenant and managing a tenant to make sure you're getting a good one and make sure that you're getting paid on time and make sure that all the bills are paid, and that's one part of it, but also you got to ensure that the house is being maintained, the furnace and the windows and the hot water tank and the shingles and the foundation and the lights and blah 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 blah, right? There's a lot that goes into home ownership, whether you live there or not. But look, if you can do that, it is one of the safest investments in the world. Over 90% of millionaires in the world have created the vast majority of their wealth through real estate. In fact, there's one quote here by Andrew Carnegie that I was going to read. It says 90% of all millionaires became so through owning real estate. Now, millionaires, this is Andrew Carnegie. He's talking about this from a long time ago, where a millionaire carried a lot more weight, almost like a billionaire today, right? So more money has been made in real estate than in all industrial investments combined. So the wise young man or wage earner of today invests his money in real estate. So again, just sort of further social proof that investing in real estate is a fantastic thing to do. So how do you get started in it? Well, there's a lot that goes into that answer as well, but having a really good team surrounding you is probably would be my suggestion for the first step. You need to have a person who knows real estate. You need to have a great realtor. You need to have a great lawyer. You might need to have a really great property manager. You need to have a good relationship with a lender, right? You need this team around you to ensure that this is going to be a smooth, successful transaction. You also need to think about this on a bigger picture. You can't really think about buying one investment property, because at some point, the Bank of Montreal is going to stop giving you money no matter how much cash flow you're generating from rental properties. So you need to think, okay, well, okay, these big traditional banks, I know that they'll give me money later as long as all the numbers make sense. So maybe I don't use them at the beginning. Maybe I need to use some non-traditional lenders first so that I can save these guys in my back pocket for later, because I don't want one rental property. I want numerous rental properties, right? So lots of things to go into that. But look, essentially, if you can buy a property, you have to put at least 20% down when it's not your primary residence. Okay. Now that's something that's changed, I don't know, about a decade ago. You need 20% down. You need to ensure that you're paying fair market value or less than homes in the area. You need to ensure that it's a marketable property for tenants. You need to make sure, what the average rents are in the area. You need to make sure that it's going to cash flow. Why would you buy an asset that you have to subsidize every month? You need it to break even, or you need it to cash flow. If you buy in Edmonton a $300,000 1970 something bungalow that's had some moderate renovations, the bones of the house are good, the shingles are good, the windows are good, the furnace is good, the water tank is good. Yeah, I need some cosmetic updating inside, but no problem. So you got a 3-bedroom bungalow, you got a finished basement, and you have a double detached garage. We see these houses everywhere. Well, all right, great. That's 3 different rents you can get from the same property, right? Let's say you get $1,200 upstairs for the main floor tenant, and it has a suite in the basement. So you're going to get another $900 down there, or $1,000 down in the basement. And then you can rent out the garage separately for $200 a month, either to somebody different altogether or to one of your tenants. All right. So you get 3 different rents out of one property. Those are fantastic properties to buy, hold on to, and let them increase in value while your tenants pay down your debt. Those are excellent properties to look at for your first time investment. Of course, because of the price point, condos seem really desirable for people as a first-time investment property. I would caution on that, though. Yes, the price point is lower. You need less down payment. It can be an easier thing to get into. You have less control, though, over those types of properties, right? You're at the mercy of a management company, a condo association, things like that. I mean, I know that detached homes have issues as well, so you have to do your due diligence, right? So there's not one right answer to get started in buying investment property. I was investing in real estate long before I was even licensed as a realtor. So if anybody, wants to discuss this further, I know I'm taking a really broad, vague approach to this topic, but that is just because it can get really, really detailed. You can get lost in the weeds here quite quickly. So if you want to discuss about your personal situation, you have questions about, about your specific situation, if you'd like to get started, whatever it is, please feel free to reach out anytime on any social media platform. You can also visit our website at loadergroup.com. And I'll be back next week with another weekly real estate tip. Thanks so much for listening.